Well, I can think of worse ways for the day to go. Now, it wasn't perfect. So, I'm always concerned. You guys know how I lose stuff and leave stuff at my ass all the time in the airport. Passport. It annoys me because there's not really a place to put it. I used to have a pair of pants that had a pocket like inside. It was perfect for this. But I always put it in my back pocket. And I'm always worried. I'm always worried that I lost it or dropped it. It's usually pretty good with jeans. But I have shorts on the last few days. And these particular shorts have always been good. Always. They have a little button at the back of the pocket so you can button it up. But, it's 3,000 degrees. I get out of my Uber. Now, set the scene. 4 o'clock in the morning to start today. No, it wasn't that early. It was about 6 o'clock. 5:50, 6 o'clock. I get up, had a shower, had a shave. And went to the airport. I had tons of time. I wanted to drop the car off and go into the airport just because I'm not familiar with the Dayton airport that well. I flew into there a couple of times, but where to take a car back, something like that. I don't know where all that stuff is, so I left a little earlier. Fly into Dayton. Now, Dayton is an hour and 5 minutes from Scioto Downs, which isn't that bad, maybe an hour and 10, because Columbus itself, 35, 40-minute drive. So it's similar. Problem is that I got to the gate. There was no delay. It said your flight is about to board in 4 minutes. And I can see people looking. I look outside, there's no plane there. There's no one at the gate. No gate agent, no nothing. I asked a lady, I says, the flight delayed? She said, nobody said anything. I don't understand. Guy comes over, gets on the microphone and says that the plane is being taxied over from the hangar. It's being taxied over from the hangar. Hi, Jason.
Hi.
And what's wrong?
Nothing. My phone's gonna die, so.
I have a supercharger thing in my bag.
Oh.
That's a shitty charger.
A little juice. We'll have 2.5 hours. It'll be full by the time we're back to north.
I suppose so. So, they didn't have the plane ready to leave. Now, my flight landed at 1. It's an hour drive. The races start at 3:15. They drag them. Even if I got here at 3, it probably wouldn't be a problem. Time goes by. Another funny little story, too. I had looked at a horse. So 2 stories being told at once. I have OCD. All right, it's my fault. 2 stories at once. So the plane is being taxied over from the hangar, apparently, to our gate. At the same time, I've been watching a horse on gate. You guys know, yes, we bid on a really expensive horse in Stonebridge Helios last week. We've bought very expensive horses. We just finished winning with Una Madonna. And there's a lot of big stuff going on. But at heart, I'm still a tinkerer, right? I like to tinker with the horses and get them right? I like to fiddle around with the equipment and shoeing and, I enjoy that puzzle. So there was a horse I was watching on gate for the past 2 days. His name was Father Dunn. I didn't think he'd go for a lot of money. Same thing. This day and age, the Amish will buy anything for like $12,000 to $15,000, especially a trotter. So I'm thinking he's gonna bring. If I could get him for 15 or 16, it would be hard to lose. Well, at the time, I was happy that the plane was late because there was 24 minutes left in. We were supposed to be boarding, and there was 24 minutes left in the auction. And if you guys watched the auctions, I'm sure you did last week, most of the action happens in the last 2 or 3 minutes. So I'm saying I need the plane to get here, but I want it to get here just late enough for me to watch this auction end. Anyway, I bid on the horse, I buy him. We went for $10,700, and a very cool story follows after this. So the plane gets there, I get on the plane, it becomes pretty clear to me I'm now late. And I'm shooting for 3 o'clock. I know if I walk in here and have my suit on at 3 o'clock, the judges in Ohio, I'm sure will let me drive. Maybe they wouldn't have, but I was sure that I would. I get off the plane. I have my driving bag with me and my overnight bag, so I had to sky check one of them where they just give you it off the plane. I look down as I grab my bag and I start to walk outside. I've already ordered an Uber, which seemed egregiously expensive. So I happen to have a Lyft. Now, this is 3 stories at once. I happen to have a Lyft app also. I go on. I would have had to wait another 22 minutes for Uber, and it was going to be like $200 and some from the airport. I went on Lyft. It was $110, and the guy was sitting outside. So I'm walking out the door. Little food for thought for those of you. I'm always just the guy that hits the Uber app right away. Might want to download the Lyft app also, because that was a little ridiculous. I walk outside, look down at my phone. 2:08. It's impossible. Can't be done. Not unless literally Batman is picking me up in the Batmobile. It's impossible I can make it. So as we get rolling, I put it on my phone maps. An hour and 14 minutes. I'm gonna miss the race. So I text Jason, you're gonna need a driver. There's no way. He said, you listed. I said, Josh Sutton will do fine. I said, take everything off the filly just like we trained her. She'll be fine. And I've told you guys for a month this filly was sitting on a big mile. I didn't like the way, if you go back and look at the video, I thought that her equipment played a role in the way she could beat. These horses grow and mature, and you can change their equipment, loosen their equipment. We changed Purple Aura's shoes to come to this facility because the last time she came here, she couldn't get a hold of the track. It was clear she was struggling with this track surface. So we changed her shoes, we changed her equipment. I thought she was sitting on a big mile. Now, the other filly, right, Atlanta Hill, looked like she was tons of best. But I thought we could be second or third. And I was only going to miss the race by 10 minutes. As we turn onto the road, my phone just crashes as they're leaving the gate. So I'm trying to flip out. I'm trying not to flip out because I'm in somebody else's car and I'm shaking my phone, and I reset it. And finally, I just give up. We pull in the gate. Jason's coming down the hill. Now, I see Jason coming down the hill, so I jump out of the car, grab my bag out of the back, grab my driving bag, my whip, and I'm gone. I see Jason coming down the hill. How's it feel? He goes, you didn't watch? I said, oh, it crashed. She won. 55, first over. Huge mile. I'll watch the replay later. Best mile of her life. But in my haste to get out of the gentleman's Lyft vehicle, I dropped my passport. This Lyft came from Dayton, an hour and a bit away. So it didn't dawn on me right away. I went over there, never thought anything of it. Jason had given me some papers, and I was going around, and I just went into the bathroom, and for some reason, I just happened to... Oh my God. Where's my passport? Now we're at a restaurant after Purple Aura won. We had all the time in the world. We could have biked back to Dayton for the time it would take to race Sweet on Pete. So we're at a restaurant. I'm looking around the booth at the restaurant, and then it dawns on me. Oh my God, I know where this passport is. It's in this guy's car. I don't even know how to get a hold of him. I had to go on the app and look, and it allowed me to message him. I messaged him 3 times. He didn't get back to me. I called him like 5 times. Finally, he picked up. Why would he look in the back seat, right? He's driving up front. So he's in Dayton now. He said, yeah, I see your passport. I'm like, oh. Now the next thing is house. I got to talk this guy into... I had to pay him to come back, obviously. I would have paid him $1 billion if I had it. I had to pay him to come back and bring my passport back. So thankfully, tragedy averted. Think of what's going on in the next 3 days. All right, I don't have a passport. I can drive back and forth across the border. I have a flight to go back and drive brace for landing on Thursday night. Can't get on that plane without a passport. I would have made it work, but man, what a horrible feeling. If you've ever misplaced your passport, and this has been a bad week for passports because I didn't tell everybody this, but the day I left to get on the plane at 3:15 in the morning when I'm outside, jumped in my car, everything's good. I actually forgot some paperwork, so I had to circle around the block. I pull back up by the house, I run in, I grab the paperwork, I leave. Amy gets up at 7:30. No, she got up at 6:30. Car's gone. Someone stole the car. She's like beside herself. So I told her, you gotta call the police, you gotta call OnStar. She called the police, she called OnStar. OnStar said as soon as we get their police report, so this is pretty cool how they do this. As soon as you get the police report number, we'll shut off the car. Police, they get in touch with the Guelph police. Yes, we have the car. They shut it off. Guelph police calls Amy back, says, somebody playing a joke on you? Could somebody be playing a joke? She goes, what are you talking about? She goes, ma'am, your car's 2 blocks away. It's around the corner from your house. Oh, he was there when I left. But they stole her wallet, had all her cards in it, had all the kids' Nexus cards in it. So it makes for a very difficult day. You know, it's not the end of the world. The car was fine. Clearly it was some kid, some jackass kid. But when you lose all your cards, you know, you thought I was beside myself because I lost my passport. You imagine losing your cards? I felt bad for my wife. I wanted to be angry. I can't scold her because I left my car open. Remember, they stole my sunglasses and everything twice in my life. So finally I started locking my car up, and she usually always does. But for some reason she didn't. And they got the car. Anyway, she got the car back. She got the Nexus cards are coming in the mail, and you know, she got to cancel her credit cards. They're going to ship them to her, but what a pain in the butt. I guess it could always be worse, but this is the stuff that goes on in my life, and there's going to be people out there saying, you should always lock your car. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, that's 11 minutes of no horses I just talked about. So I'm obviously in a good mood. I'm a little tired, but nothing will pick you up like a win. I got to watch Purple Aura. I wasn't upset that I missed Purple Aura. I did the best I could. The only flight, there was no flights into Columbus. The only flight I could get to Scioto Downs was into Dayton, which wasn't the end of the world. But the planes were slow on the other side, slow getting out on this side. I missed the race, but I did the best I could. And I wasn't worried about Purple Aura. I told you guys, she's pretty push button now. I was here to make sure Sweet on Pete didn't go on the run. So, warmed up Pete. She seemed good. You guys might have saw the earplug out. Her earplug was in on the left side. The other one fell out going out of the gate. It didn't really matter. It didn't bother her any. I can tell you this. She wasn't as sharp at the gate, but a bull in a china shop down the lane. Like, she was wrapped up. At no point, in fact, the race went so well on our side that I think Sweet on Pete knew she was a winner at the half. A calm came over her down the backstretch. She just wheeled up second over. I moved her out 3 deep. She didn't advance in a big hurry. She just kind of loafed up alongside Mitch Cushing's mare, Lady Catherine, or Lady, whatever her name is. And then as soon as she cleared to the front, she just sauntered up into 5th gear and was gone, wrapped up. She was awesome. Both fillies just raced incredible today. I was super happy. I mean, guys, I just wrote down the horses that I know from the last 2 days, right? Sweet on Pete jogged. Purple Aura jogged. Una Madonna was incredible. Walk on the Moon jogged. That was a preferred too. I'll be honest. Sometimes when I'm rushing around, I'll look at the program quick. You know, you look at the program, you pick to win, you quickly glance at the rest of the horses, their times, their classes, whatever, and then you're on your way. Well, Walk on the Moon, you know, get away as close as you can or on the front. He's not as good on the front, but as the favorite, you don't want to put him in a spot to get beat. There's no passing lane at Oak Grove, so I knew there was probably a good chance I would be on the front. But I didn't see it was the preferred 2, or the open 2, which, that's just a name. It wasn't a difficult class, but it was a pretty good mile for him. The open 2, the mile was faster than the open. So, I believe it was. So, a great mile from Walk on the Moon, and he raced well. Hopefully, and I said this to one of my partners on the horse, hopefully that's a springboard forward for Walk on the Moon. Now he can, you know, come back to life. Tim did a great job, you know, getting him raced and getting him in shape and getting him back going properly. Now he's starting to feel like the horse we put away, except not tired, which is frustrating because there's no reason for it to be like that. But happy that he is where he is. And then Slim Jimmy, just the easiest crushing kind of winner in the mud and the Buckeye. And Jason and I talked extensively about this. I don't think we're going to waver in the plan that we have. We're aiming quite easily for the Buckeye final, the Sire Stakes consolation with both all those horses, with all those fillies. That would be nice. The Sire Stakes don't have a lot of divisions, so I think we only need to race in 1, maybe 2 if we were going to get some points to get in the consolation, and then focus on ensuring we make the final, because those fillies tonight looked very, very good. There's no point in dropping the hammer on them and stretching them out unless we're certain we can win the Sire Stakes, which They're fast too. There's no slouches there. Why not just take what's given to us here at the Buckeye level? And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, I know you guys really believe they can do more than what they're doing, but those fillies and that colt, they're doing all they can every night. They're racehorses, they race hard, and we have to protect them also. And asking them to, give 105% every week will only inevitably lead to them being tired and sore at the end of the year. If we can keep them racing like this, got some nice horses going into the fall, and that's not chump change, right? The Buckeye, the Consolation, and the Buckeye Final, it's not chump change, it's good money. And unless you're going to go out and win the Sire Stakes, and I mean win the Sire Stakes, then we should focus on the path we're on. So as it stands right now, Jason and I agree, we're both leaning towards Buckeye Final and Sire Stakes Consolation, and that's where we sit right now. And then, of course, I can't forget about Blue Bayou Dio. Got robbed at the wire, just got beat a whisker. I thought she was a winner. 53-4, that was a track record. Not only did we set a track record with Una Madonna, but we just missed by a nose the track record with Blue Bayou Dio, and that was a big mile. 53-4 over 5/8 mile track for trotting filly. That won't stand forever. May not stand for the next month, but it was a track record the other day, and I was very, very proud. Got to watch Look at That Cat tonight, finished third. He raced well. Renegade Gypsy finished third, raced well. Now I'm waiting for Little Red Fella to come up here in a minute, but I was super proud of what I saw tonight from the rest of the horses. So it goes without saying, we're off to a flying start. Things are going very, very well at the stable. We want to keep it up. We want to keep it going. And I couldn't be, as I said, more humbled with the response I got from you guys, whether it be in trying to buy Stonebridge Helios, or racing the horses, or building these paths forward, solidifying the decisions that we're going to make in the directionality of the horses. It's just been an incredible start to the summer, and I can't wait. It's going to be fun. Soak it all up. I know I'm trying to the best I can every single day, reflect on what took place, go to bed with a smile on your face. They're not always going to be great days, but I'm going to tell you one thing. This was a great weekend. So I'll talk to you all very soon. I hope you guys are having a great, great week so far. Start to your week. Still feels like the weekend to me. I apologize. But I had a great weekend and a start to the week, and I hope you have too. Take care, guys.